What is good, everybody? Once again, this is Silent Mode, maker, artist, and Lego enthusiast. And I'm here with Never2Old for bricks.
That's right. New name, new year, new start. Let's go.
Excellent. It's a perfect time of year for it as well. So I just got a bunch of things to sort through here. And I believe you said you have a few things to show off.
Oh, I got some packages today. So
Okay.
I'm going to move this over. I also got my horse
Oh, nice.
for the year of the horse because I'm the horse.
Where'd you get that horse?
We have this Asian store in town, and they always have the jade ones or the wood ones like this.
Okay.
And I decided to get the wood one because
Nice.
I'll just break the jade.
How
I
many
always end up breaking it.
how many of those animals do you have now?
Every year I get one.
Okay.
So for every year, there's the dragon was last year, so on and so forth.
All right. So how many do you have in your collection?
I have no idea.
Okay.
30 years worth.
Oh, okay. That's so you've got at least one of each animal then.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
Well, my stepdad used to buy them for me. Right. This is the first time I've bought my own.
All right.
Because yeah. So ordering off of one of my affiliate links there called Brick. I got this box in the mail. I wish I could adjust my camera, but it's just not going to let me. So I'm going to try to do this to
That's
bring it out more.
a nice big box.
Hopefully. Yeah, it doesn't want to stay right. I think I know the problem. Let's see if this will help any.
I don't know about you, but I get addicted to ordering things sometimes.
So, for the fun of it, can you look stuff up while you're there, or is that?
Yeah, I can look stuff up, sure.
Okay, let's find out how much C3PO is.
Okay, let me see if I can share a window.
Oh, you don't have to share the window, just if you can see how much it is.
Oh, yes. Okay. So C3PO.
And this will be British pounds that you're looking at.
That's right. Okay, so there is currently one on sale on the Lego sites, and it is £125.
Okay, so you got to add what, like 35% more to make it Canadian?
Okay.
So we're close to about $200, right?
I think so.
So
my calculator.
Oh, you're going to get all fancy and do the calculator. I was just doing a guesstimate, a guess for it. But yeah. So I end up getting this baby for, let me go on my site here. And where is it? There it is. Orders. Oh.
So it would be roughly 170 Canadian dollars. The Lego version.
I'm trying to sign out of this thing. Not letting me. There we go. Okay, I can go to my orders. So $67.
Oh wow. That
$67. Let's open this back up all the way so you guys can actually see that it is this Straw Wars version of it.
straws.
Straw Wars.
I'm
Come
just
on.
I'm just
Get out
imagining
of the
I'm imagining Star Wars models made out of straw.
I know, right?
That'd be, that'd be a heck of an April Fool's prank to play on someone.
Same set, same number, same piece count. 25th anniversary for a quarter of the price.
Yeah, that is a serious discount.
And, I don't care who is going to get down on me on this, but this is what Lego prices should be.
Yeah,
If they can do it and make a profit, Lego can do it and make a profit as well.
exactly. I think especially now the premium is in that red square.
Yeah. And this is not my first fourth party uh, brick system. And there's
Okay.
only one difference that I can tell. It doesn't say red brick on the little connector pieces.
Yeah.
That's the
usually
only
the
thing.
case. Hey, Fulham Bricks.
What is up, Bill?
How are you doing, sir? Thanks for joining us.
So we were just discussing the price of Legos, which is about $200 Canadian. When, I'll just say it even $200 because I know it's about that price. I think it was $219 when I saw it at Toys R Us before it closed, and they're the premium prices of Legos. There, it's cheaper at Walmart. So yeah, this was $67, and it's the same set.
My
Gotta
God.
love that. So we got that.
All right, that's just one thing.
Yeah, and I did get something else, but unfortunately, it's at my mom's. Um, but it should be the tree beards. I got a couple tree birds. So here's a company that I buy from. So Childbricks is a sister link to uh, Show Z. Show Z Store, and Show Z
Okay.
Store is a Transformers collectible place where you can get third party, fourth party, fifth
Okay.
party, and originals from. So I got this, and this is part of what's called the Legend class size masterpiece Transformers.
Okay.
So masterpiece Transformers are usually about anywhere from 6 to 12 inches tall, and they're high. Like the quality of them is you can't beat them. You know, and Hasbro has their own masterpiece, but the third party companies make all masterpiece stuff. Like, let's say this right here is a masterpiece character, but this is a legend scale size, right? So
Okay.
this character has everything those masterpiece characters have, like with the articulation, the waist bend, the
Yeah.
arm movements, the head movements, the leg movements, the toes,
Mhm.
all that kind of stuff that you want from a posable action figure. Whereas, if you buy one off of Hasbro, you might not be able to bend his knee. You might not be able to make him do the splits. Like,
I see. I see. Yeah.
it's a cheap version
Mm.
and with a sadder style. So, um, all these companies out there, this one's called New Age, but this one is called Saiyan Culture. And this is part 2. I have part 1 already. Just gonna open this up real quick with the dragon knife. So this one is Thunderbolt train. Oops. I didn't know it came with a track. My other one didn't come with a track.
Comes with a track as well.
Yep. So they throw in all these awesome things um, with these characters, which I really appreciate. So again, these characters are all die cast and quality plastic, which is awesome.
All right.
But again, superposable. But this is part of their Transformer train. It's 6 trains that form one robot, and it's called Raiden.
Okay. Do you have all 6 of the robots for that train?
No, this is only the second part of this thing. So I have 2 other ones, which are the legs, and these guys will form the arms, I believe. I haven't looked at the instructions, or they could form the torso and in the head,
All right.
but they're all masterpiece type characters. Now, these guys is a prime example of triple changers because they are triple changers. You see the big gaps like this?
Yep.
Hasbro is well known for having big gaps like that on all their Transformers, even some of their masterpiece Transformers. Whereas third party companies like this that sell it for a hell of a lot cheaper, like this guy was only like $50,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you see, there's no gaps, right? No
All
gaps
right.
whatsoever, right?
Okay.
And if there was a gap, they would put a panel so that you couldn't see it. They would add the panel.
Okay.
But because these guys are triple changers, so they change into a train plus an arm or a leg or a body piece, you will get some of these gaps. A lot of fans hate that about Transformer World,
I
right?
see.
They don't like that kind of stuff. But
All right.
that's
So
what I got.
okay. So the gaps accommodate a panel.
What's that?
So you said that the gaps in the transformers accommodate a panel.
Yeah, but okay, so for these guys, you see how small they are, right?
Yeah.
So when I do the train, it's going to be about this long.
Okay.
So that's why there's a big gap like that. So
Right.
also, when you transform him, right,
Mhm.
you got to tuck away the leg, right? You have to be able to tuck away the leg,
Yeah.
which is important for the transformation for him to become an arm. So you need that gap there.
I see. I see.
Because if not, you would have what's called parts forming. And parts forming is where you basically um, have a piece that comes completely off,
Mhm. Then you have to put it somewhere else.
and then you got to put it somewhere else, which everybody in the Transformer world hates. It's like
Yeah.
a sin, right? I
Yeah.
don't care, but the Transformer world sure does care. So
Yeah, I understand that actually, because I guess the idea of Transformers is that you have the one robot that transforms into something without having to reassemble it.
yeah, so like Hasbro is known for not having storage for the weapons, right? They'll
Okay.
give it extra accessories and say, "Oh, we're giving you a big deal," and charge you an extra $20 for a hunk of plastic, and be like, "Oh yeah, we're awesome. We're so cool. We
Mm,
gave you this extra piece, but I can't fit both guns on the character when he's
yeah.
in his alt mode." You know.
Right. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
JDP is in the house. Phil and Bricks is in the house. You want to read what they said?
yeah, sure. Obviously JDP has introduced himself. And let's see, he says hello to all of us. By the way, Owen Brick Studio was here. Wanted to acknowledge him as well. JDP is relaxing just before work. I'll let you read that comment there.
Wait a minute. Oh, I'm taking the day off. Owen's going live.
Yep. And Phil and
I
Brick.
only know a Never2Old for Lego. Well, now you know uh, Never2Old for bricks.
Yes, I did mean to ask you about that, but before I do that, Phil and Bricks is feeling much better now. Thank
That's
goodness.
good. That's real good.
And he's well enough to go to work. All right. So everybody wants to know why the name changed to Never2Old for Bricks.
Well, because first of all, I love the brick and Lego community. You can't deny that I don't. But I don't like big corporations that screw over people. And not once, not twice, but 3 times they have majorly royally did one over on me. Twice were for gift with purchases.
Yeah.
And then now I wanted to buy the Lego new love set for so I could have that for the Valentine's Day brick crawl.
Okay. Is that the letters or the birds? Or
The
both?
letters.
The letters.
I was going to buy both the love letters actually, but when I went to check out, they wouldn't ship to me.
Oh man. So they waited until you were ready to make the purchase before they dropped the bad news on you.
They told me it's because of tariffs. Meanwhile, JDP tells me that he was able to order.
Oh man.
And I'm wondering if it's because I'm in Ontario. And right now, we have this guy named Doug Ford that is total against America. And he pretty much runs Ontario.
Okay. One of those people.
So I'm wondering if this is the case.
That is really an odd situation because it sounds as if one part of Canada is able to place orders and the other part isn't.
Well, if one part isn't kissing somebody's ass, and the rest of the people in charge are, you see the dilemma.
Yes. So it's essentially dividing the country.
But let me just explain something. So here in Ontario, we're called the workhorse, and we're the workhorse for a reason. We supply power and food and precious materials all across Canada. The only thing we don't really supply is stuff like beef, because that's all out west, right?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. We do chickens and cows still, and pigs and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for, factory wise, it's pretty much all located in Canada that supplies the United States.
Okay.
That supplies most of the world. Now, don't get me wrong, the rest of Canada still has their small portion of that they're doing, but not on a scale like Ontario has. So we have a saying in Ontario: if we shut down for 3 days, the rest of Canada would pretty much suffer the consequences and not be able to come back from it.
Oh wow.
So being like that really sucks. And yes, Alberta does have a better relationship with the United States because they have oil, they have gold and silver and steel and copper. But so does Ontario, a hell of a lot more. We just don't mine for our oil, but we just mine for our actual metals.
Yeah, it sounds like a really messy situation there.
It is, and I blame all the leaders that we all voted for, and they tell us they're going to do something, and not one of them, not one of our leaders since I've been born has done exactly what they said they were going to do.
Well, they got no incentive to.
Yeah,
unfortunately. And
Well, our whole system for the last 20 years has been, hey, let's immigrate a million more people into our country so that they can vote for me because I need the votes
yeah,
because I know my real Canadian people won't vote for me.
that's
You
pretty much
know,
how it goes. I was thinking about this the other day, and it's over here. It's been really interesting how we've had different waves of people from different countries.
it's all a scam. It's all a scam. Like right now, there's 5.7 million people with expired visas that should be going home. And I'm sorry, I hate to say this. I'm not trying to be a dick to anybody in any other country, but nobody should immigrate into a country unless you can provide some kind of service for that country. We have like hundreds of thousands of immigrants coming every year that go straight to disability, which our taxpayers pay for.
Straight to disability.
Straight to disability. I'm sorry, but you know, I feel bad for them because of the country that they're in, but you know, what happened to fix your shit in your own country before you start trying to ruin someone else's?
Well, I would have thought so. I mean, if somebody if somebody is going to emigrate to a country, I would hope that they would look to be part of that country rather than bring their country to the new one.
Exactly. Like those people hurt people like me that were in Canada we have this unsaid law, but if you break your neck, you are now a liability. You can't even deliver pizzas with a broken neck, right? Even
Yeah,
if your neck heals properly, okay? You need the top doctors of Canada to approve that you are fit for work, right? Unfortunately, I'm one of them cases where I will never get that red flag or green flag to start working again, right? It's not going to happen.
okay.
So, like, I'm capable of doing stuff. It's just I'm not capable of doing what Canada wants me to do.
Okay. That to me says or suggests that they want as many people on disability as they can get.
I look at it this way: we've been in a recession for the last 20 years, and they have not said anything about it. They're going to call our next depression a recession when really it'll be a depression.
Yeah.
And our country is not the only country that is going to suffer this. Every free country that is
Mm.
part of NATO will suffer this.
Oh yeah, I would say that the UK is in a well, it's certainly been in a recession, but we're close. We're very close to being in a depression right now.
Yeah. And like, what is the point of having hotels filled with people that come to the country for free? And every person that has been generations of Canadians has to work hard to either pay for food or power because they can't pay for anything else. They have to choose between the two because rent is so high.
I have absolutely no idea.
Like we used to
It's
have this commercial, and this is an old commercial. It used to say one in every five Canadians have to choose between keeping the power on or feeding their family.
yeah. Oh,
And that was a long, long time ago. Now I see it all the time. Our food banks used to be like a glory hole, like of everything you could ever want and imagine, and you could get abundance of it. Now they're depleting every single month. There's not enough food to give out because there's lineups of people that don't even speak English
my goodness.
that own stores that are sending family members to get free food. It's a
Okay.
different world that I never thought would ever happen. That's for sure. Because when I
I
was a kid, we were promised a whole different
Yeah.
paradise of work.
Well, yeah, there's the whole thing about studying hard and getting a good job and everything, and if you like the American dream and all of that stuff. And yet, how many people can accomplish that now, unless you come from money?
Yeah. And not only that, but how are you going to accomplish a good education when you're only getting a quarter of what my mom got?
Yeah, and it's more
I
expensive.
only got half of what she got. These kids are getting a quarter of what I got.
You see, I knew there was a problem, and I agree with this sentiment here. I knew there was a problem when back when I was younger, there were all these stories in the news about people getting or kids getting higher grades at exam level.
Oh
But
no, they were being ripped off by being taught less and thinking that they were
yeah,
smarter.
well, yeah. I mean, I could see the writing on the wall then that if so many kids were getting A's and B's and whatnot, then what is an A and a B going to be worth?
Here's a prime example. Last year, I dated a girl for a couple months. I was treated like a king, right?
Hmm.
And I actually really loved it.
Yeah.
And then she called me her boyfriend. As soon as she called me her boyfriend, things changed. The
Oh.
things that I noticed was we started hanging out more, but I kept on finding out that she was incompetent of everything. There was no common sense. She couldn't even cook an egg. She couldn't cook hamburger helper. The writing's on the box.
Oh.
There's no common sense.
Oh no.
And she was 29 years old.
Cooking isn't even that difficult.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm a particularly good cook, but I do know how to cook. How on earth did we get to the stage where you have people, grown people, if you like, who don't know how to cook?
Yes. And this word kept on coming up called I'm a feminist. I'm a
Oh,
feminist.
oh no, oh no, no, no! Don't get me started.
Hey, Michael, can you grab this heavy box for me? Hey, Michael, can you open up this jar? Hey, Michael, can you teach me how to do this? Oh, you're telling me what to do. You're mansplaining to me.
Yeah.
Didn't you just ask me to teach you something? How can
Well,
I teach you something if I can't tell you how to do it?
well, it's not that they want you to teach them; they want you to do it for them.
Exactly. So, me being crippled and still doing everything for myself, looked at this able bodied person and got very frustrated.
Mm,
And I couldn't take it. It was done.
yeah. But I suppose that's why she called you a boyfriend because I guess she would have seen you as somebody that she could depend on.
Hey, listen, I don't mind being the person that you depend on, but don't tell me you're a feminist. I don't want to date a feminist. I want to date someone that is feminine.
Well, I personally wouldn't date a feminist, but there are plenty of people who would.
That's fine for other people. I'm
Yeah.
just saying it for me.
Yeah.
Que tu madre.
Welcome back, Kathy. How are you doing today? Yeah, there were a few technical difficulties earlier, but as you can see, we're back.
We fixed it.
Yes, indeed.
Someone had some bugs.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was me or if it was Never2Old. I saw that.
I didn't see nothing. It was me. So I'm gonna start taking apart
Okay.
this Lego Panda because I still have to make. What do I have to make? I have to make the penguins again.
Okay. So I'm assuming you've built all the 3-in-1 models.
I did, but I built the penguin on Royal and Brandy's channel when we were doing live together. I just like to kick it out so that I built all of them, right?
I see.
Oh, I think I have a major problem.
What's happened?
How am I supposed to get that little piece out of there?
Which piece is that?
I don't know if you can see it, but
Oh,
I'm gonna try the trusty knife, but I don't want to cut myself.
okay. It looks like a flower on top of something.
Yeah, it's a flower in a one by one. Okay, I got it apart,
Okay.
but it's all hollow, and
Oh, yes.
there's nothing really in there. I'm gonna see if I can do it with this. No, but yeah, if everybody has noticed, the brick crawl server has been temporarily shut down.
Yeah, I jumped out of it earlier because I'm assuming that it's going to be repurposed or something.
It is. It'll be for other brick crawls. It's
Yeah.
just this time we're gonna do special invitation only
Yeah.
because there was some hiccups and there was also a lot of banter in the chat. It's for the brick crawl only type of situation, and there was a lot
Indeed.
of other stuff that didn't belong there. So, um, if you want to promote yourself, you do that on your own Discord. This is for promoting brick crawl only, right? It's the same thing that I was seeing happen to brick therapy.
I see.
And I'm sorry, we just can't have that, folks. It doesn't work that way. Like, I don't know what people are thinking where they think they can say and do whatever they want on any server and have no respect for those
Mhm.
people or the server, but that's not the way to go.
Well, it is learned behavior, unfortunately.
Well, it's it's just rude.
Yeah, I have to agree.
And
Like,
like it affects me because, you know, one, it was my idea. Two, someone else kindly offered their services to do that. And people are sitting there taking advantage of it, saying and doing whatever they
yeah.
want to. And I feel responsible. Now, I tried my best not to have any responsibility whatsoever except for having the idea. But apparently, the universe says, no, you need to get involved.
If I may make one suggestion for next time, though,
Yep.
I think it's a simple thing. It's that from the beginning, everybody knows where everybody stands.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be people that, from what I know, there are going to be people that ask to do certain things now, right?
Yeah.
So this was the first one. It was trial and error, right? All that kind of stuff like that. Me, I don't want really anything except for to have this community come together and have a good stream. That's all I really care about. But if you want me to do some artwork or, whatever, I'll be happy to do that kind of stuff. I usually do it on my own anyways and send it in, and it usually gets approved. But
Hmm.
um, I wasn't asked, so if I'm asked, I'll do it. Right? I just don't want to step on anybody's toes or make anybody feel bad or any of that stuff because this is all about a
Oh yeah,
community coming together.
it should be.
And there's a little bit of confusion on some parts, and
Mhm.
we're getting they're going to fix that, right? So
Okay.
there will be lots of stuff in the future for the brick crawl.
Oh yeah. Well, there are always going to be things the first time around.
Yeah,
So that
and it doesn't mean that everybody's going to be a part of it every time either, right?
That's true.
Like, if you don't like Valentine's Day, obviously you're not going to be a part of it.
With that said, I think it's going to be very, very interesting seeing the different approaches.
Yeah, I agree.
So on
And
another, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, and we have a lot of great people that can do a lot of great things. It's just that this first time, it was just the trial run.
Exactly. Exactly. So on a slightly related note, Phil and Bricks wants to know how your kitty is doing.
Oh, my kitty's doing good. I got to go pick her up at the end of the month.
Oh, I bet you can't wait.
I can't. Now, my plan was to go to Toronto and go to my first Lego store. But it doesn't look like that's going to be happening. I'm going to get on the train for 4.5 hours and then get my cat and get right back on the train for 4.5 hours.
Oh boy. So
So I'm not happy about that.
that's basically a whole day trip.
Yeah.
My goodness. I wouldn't make that journey myself actually. I certainly wouldn't travel for 4 hours unless I was staying overnight.
Yeah, well, I can't afford $900 for a room.
Oh my goodness.
Like, even the shittiest little motels with cockroaches is like $500.
Wow.
And they're not wheelchair accessible.
Yeah, that's. See, I thought going to Amsterdam was bad, but that is something else.
Again, this is because of stupid people in charge.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of those these days. I I think we got it pretty bad over here as well with that two-tier here.
Well, any country that mass immigrates anybody into their country, there's going to be inflation because now people can say, oh, well, there's a demand because there's so many people, so you better pay or you don't get it.
I think it's also a case of what's it called, a buyer's market.
Well, I look at it this way. Normal Canadians aren't willing to go and live with 10 other families and save up money to go buy their own house for 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Immigrants are. They're okay with that.
Well, that's part of what I mean, though. Yeah, they people from other countries, they're willing to live in those under those conditions. So technically, people can make more money from them.
Yeah. And not only that, but hey, let's start having 20,000 kids as well.
On benefits.
Yeah. And see, I'm a firm believer of this. And people can say whatever they want about this, but I am 1,000% a firm believer of this. You should now have to have a license to have a child. You should have a mandatory class of at least 2 years, and that includes housing one of these orphan kids in your home for a couple of months to see if you are qualified enough to even be a parent.
That's
Because,
sorry, go ahead.
well, because like my whole generation were idiots. They had millions of freaking babies, and for what? So that they could say, "Oh, I don't need a man." Okay, so now your kid grows up without a father.
I don't know if I don't know if you've seen this, but back in the day, there used to be these episodes of cartoons and things where one of the characters had to look after a fake baby.
Yeah.
And there were all kinds of problems with the baby crying randomly and having to change its nappy and everything.
Yep.
I get the feeling that that kind of stuff isn't being taught these days.
No. Well, and if it is, from my experience from Canada, you were supposed to take an egg home and take care of an egg. Well, egg don't cry. Egg don't shit itself.
Well, pretty much.
But
Okay.
I think having kids is a privilege. And if you, like, let's just call it what it is. Oh, I got a girlfriend. And I knocked her up by accident. Well, you know, that shouldn't be happening nowadays.
Well, it shouldn't be, but at the same time, people are prioritizing um, having sex and having as much as they can, and damn the responsibilities or the consequences.
Are you kidding me? All these kids nowadays don't even want sex. They're all asexual or transgender or, all this weird new age shit that don't make no sense.
Well, speaking of new age, Mayo is in the building. How you doing, Mayo?
What's up, Mayo?
I've
Mayo's going to be having a huge stream.
Oh yes, yes indeed. Was it 13 years on YouTube? Oops. And I'm going to be joining in for a short time.
Yeah, I'm going to try to as well.
Well, either way, that's a heck of an achievement.
Yeah. I'm working on year 2 right now.
Well, I say you've had a really good almost 2 years.
Almost. Let's see if I can survive it.
Oh, you'll be fine.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'm being sabotaged, You ever get that feeling? Well, of course you do. You've had a similar situation
Yeah, pretty
on
much,
a grander scale.
pretty much every day. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, Bill's got all his laundry and dishes done.
Oh, good for you, filling bricks.
You want to come do mine now? Oh, did I say that out loud?
Oh, we heard you, sir.
Sorry. I thought I was just thinking that one.
I've had to get used to doing chores. I'm not a huge fan of them, but they have to be done. Otherwise, I'd be living with the cockroaches.
Oh, that's another thing that I really don't like. All these new bugs that are in Canada.
New bugs.
Oh yeah. We got these little itty bitty tiny cockroaches. We got all these beetles. We got bed bugs.
Oh no,
We never had those before.
you never had bed bugs.
Nope. There was no bed bugs in Canada.
Well, unpopular opinion, but very briefly going back to this idea of bringing in people from other places, I think basic hygiene should be a minimal requirement.
Listen, language should be the first thing. And I don't agree with any country, any free country that people have died and fought for to accommodate someone else's stuff. Hold on a sec. Sorry.
Okay. Yes, so while Never2Old is on the phone, yes, Mayo is celebrating 13 years on YouTube. So yeah, as I said, I'll be popping in for a short while because I have a few other things to do on Saturday. Not sure on what I'm going to do just yet, but I'll probably have something special. But if you're around, say hello, show your support, all that good stuff. So right now I'm just sorting through some of my unsorted lots. I have a feeling I'm going to spend goodness knows how long doing this because there's a lot of stuff to sort.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
My neighbor likes to tell me everything.
Well, that's pretty cool then. You got well, for the time being anyway, you've got a neighbor that you can speak to.
Yeah, they're good guys. They don't belong here.
Uh, Just circumstances, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't think it's right for any free country in this world to over accommodate other people because of their backgrounds. They're moving here. We're not moving there.
Well, that's what I would have thought.
Your country did it too.
Yeah, this country, I should say, they basically bent over and taken it.
Yeah, and you know how many of the people that came here 40 years ago are extremely upset that Canada has been doing what it's doing
Yeah.
because they didn't get no free ride. They
Nope.
didn't get no handouts. They suffered, you know, and now this new generation of immigrants gets more priority and care than an actual born citizen.
Mm. Now, to be fair, though, I think the issue goes both ways, though, because you could make the argument that the people who are in the country at the moment, the people who've always been there, perhaps they didn't do enough to look after their own country.
Well, see, and this is where I get the argument about um, this acceptings of everything. Okay, so you want me to accept everything. So should I accept if my next door neighbor is a serial killer and I should help him?
Mm. Yep.
You see my point?
Yep.
When's enough enough?
Oh, what? All I've got to say is W. Film Bricks. Thank you very much, sir.
What? Phil, look at you.
My good.
Dang, dude. That British pounds too? Holy crap.
Oh no, that's dollars. Just as
Oh,
valuable, but no,
wow.
thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Phil, you're the man.
Man, I don't know what to say.
I know what to say. We have the greatest freaking community on the planet.
Yes, we do.
We're all different, especially me, and we all love each other.
Man, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. And
Phil, you're
Jesus,
amazing, bro.
I can honestly say, in my years of being in this hobby, this is by far the greatest group of people I've been around.
And I heard it wasn't like this before either.
What? How do you mean?
Well, I heard that it was top dogs rule all and everybody else was destroyed. Now I'm seeing the little people coming together, and we may not be top dogs, but we sure have the biggest bite. Look at the stuff that we accomplished this year.
Absolutely.
Okay. We started brick therapy, even though it ended up not being great. It was a great concept.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we started Brickopolis,
Yeah.
another great concept.
Hmm.
We lost one of the head people. It's unfortunate, but it's something we can start back up again,
Yeah.
but just in a different type of situation,
Yeah.
right? And then we did the brick crawl. And how many collaborations?
Man,
How many new people did we meet this year? How many awesome, caring people? I know I come off as a dick, but I'll give my shirt off my back to anybody that needs it.
let me tell you something about even if we just wanted to take the brick rule of all these people in other parts of the Lego space who want to say that they're so great and they want to claim that they're so I'm going to say it diverse and inclusive. Have you seen anything like the brick crawl being done by anybody else on YouTube or elsewhere?
Nope.
I,
And just for and I hate even having to say this because to me, I feel like I can't do enough. I really can't. Look how many giveaways someone as small as me has done, and I haven't even grown, and
Oh
I
yeah.
still do it.
Yep. I can definitely bear witness to that.
I've watched a guy that has 1 million subs for over a year, and did I even see him do one giveaway?
Did you?
Nope.
Well, I think that tells me the difference between those people and the ones we have here. Those people are about themselves. They're about growing their own numbers.
Look, first of all, let's just take my economy, okay? So let's say YouTube was paying me enough to actually give me a good lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
I can now write off in taxes flying you over to Canada, having you put up in a hotel room, half your food being paid for. I'd have to pay for the rest. All your transportation paid for. All the time that you have spent on my channel, every set that you build on my channel, everything else like that, I can write off in taxes. So if I can do that, why can't these people do that? It's a work expense. It's for content that is contributing to your business. This is a work expense. Why can't these people do the same? They could be giving away shit for free and getting all that money back through taxes.
I actually didn't think of things like that.
I do, because it's part of what I wanted to do. Me and JDP have the same idea, the exact same idea. Before I even met JDP, I said if I could, I would get an RV, travel the United States and Canada,
Oh yeah.
doing Lego with strangers.
Yeah.
And
Um,
then JDP also said he wants to do the same thing, right?
yeah,
And
I remember you mentioning that idea.
yeah, and like, it's a good concept, and great minds think alike. That's why JDP had the same idea. He wants to retire and travel and do Lego. I would do the same thing.
Well, I mean, I didn't think about it in terms of tax write-offs or even as a business because it definitely is.
And the key thing is that I can't do that until YouTube's paying me over $30,000 a year.
I see.
I did the research.
All right. Looks like Kathy wants my attention. What
Oh,
is it,
sorry.
Kathy? Oh no, she hasn't said yet. She hasn't said what it is yet.
Sorry.
What was I gonna say? Yes. I think there's a lot of similarity between the Lego space and the 3D printing space, but what was my point? In a 3D printing space, it's obvious that the bigger names are more about the bigger names. They basically look after themselves, and they very rarely want to introduce or involve anybody with a smaller name.
Yeah. And me, I don't care. Look, even if I had 1 million subscribers and someone wanted to stream with me that only had, let's say, 100, I'd still do it.
Yeah, because as I said before, and I'm going to put it on a sweatshirt, inspiration is everywhere, not just on the red square.
That's a great, great quote. You should have put that in Breezy's quotes of the day.
Oh no, it's mine.
Well, she would have read it and
Okay.
gave you credit.
All right. All right. But I'm going to put it on a sweatshirt at some point. The point
That's
is that
awesome.
even the people with virtually no subscribers can still have something valuable to contribute.
Kathy says they got a donation.
Excellent, Kathy.
What was the donation for?
If you've been the one from Film Bricks, I've seen that one.
Yes, filling bricks is awesome.
Yes. Thank you once again, Film Bricks.
Still hasn't streamed with me yet, though.
We gotta we gotta sort that out. Mayor makes a good point though. Why do big streamers do charity streams? They can write off some taxes from them.
Oh yeah, they can, but you got to remember, and I hate saying this, but most of big time YouTubers are just jokes, and I'm happy to say that they're mind rot, and that's all they are. And they don't think about other people. They only think about how can I flex how much money I make.
Yeah, yeah. Even in both the Lego and the 3D printing spaces, I can see that. And I will say it's worse in 3D printing.
It goes back to how I don't like doing shoutouts. I already said your name when you came in. I said hi to you. That is a shout out in itself. Why do I have to say shout out to? Okay. You know, I just don't see the point. Now, that's just my personal opinion. Okay. Because to me, shouting out people is me boasting that I have the power to do it. I don't want that power. I'm the same guy no matter what. No matter what I do, how big my channel gets, I'm going to be the same guy behind the computer, behind the screen, no matter what.
I hear what you're saying. Let me ask you a question though. Is saying hi to somebody shouting them out?
Yes.
Okay, so then by that logic, you wouldn't say hi to people because that's shouting them out.
No, no, no. By people specifically asking for a shout out after I said hello to them.
Oh, I see. I see. Gotcha.
I already did. If you can't recognize me saying hello to you and saying your name as me personally shouting you out on a personal level, not as oh I'm going to get clout from him actually saying
Right.
shout out to this person.
I
You see what
see.
I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
To me, it's not logical.
Right. No, I understand what you're saying. Would you, if somebody asked you to say happy birthday to somebody,
Of
would
course
you?
I would. That's not a shout out to me.
Okay.
But by personally asking me after I said hello to you when you came in the room, and then 5 seconds later, like, can you give me a shout out?
Ah,
I'm like,
right.
no, I just said your name. There lose your shout out.
I guess another way of looking at it is that it's giving them free advertisement as well.
Well, I don't work in that type of field, so I can't do it anyways. What am I supposed to say? Oh, you want me to advertise you? Okay, pay me. Because that's what
That
the real world would do.
that makes sense. Yeah, so I think Film Bricks has clarified your position there.
Okay, this screen's too close for me to read, and my glasses
All
are
right.
not letting me read it. I can see when I do my 24-hour stream. I want to give my friends who want to build sets from their backlog a
Yes.
chance to a chance at building with us. Uh,
That
that's
way.
Mayo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But Film Bricks is basically clarifying your position on shout outs. So
I didn't
somebody,
see it. I can't see it.
all right. So someone comes into the stream and they've never really been there before. Automatically say, "Can I have a shout out?"
Oh yeah, that's another thing. That to me, that's like a stranger coming up to me and saying, "Hey, what's up? My name is this. Can I have $1?"
At least they told you your name.
Well, I already said their name, right?
Yeah.
Again, I already said their name.
Yeah, well, the way you put it, it does really seem silly, doesn't it?
It is so silly, man. Like, I just don't get it. And like I said, in the real world, you'd be paying people to do that.
Yes, that's true.
I just gave you my free hello. Is
Yeah.
that not good enough?
Oh, well. I reckon that should be enough for most people.
Yes, but we become this society of I need to be recognized. And if you say my name and give me a shout out, oh, there's my 5 seconds of fame, which doesn't mean anything in the real world to me.
No.
What I just did for you will not mean the world to you later on. But if you come in my channel and you hang out with me and you frequently visit the channel, you will definitely become someone that I care about.
Yeah,
That should mean more than anything.
I would have thought so. And exactly, filling bricks. People who haven't contributed, but they want something from the community with minimal, well, we want instant gratification with minimal efforts.
Look, I voiced my opinion. I did something really nice for kids in the hospital this year. I voiced my opinion. After they told me I couldn't come in and give it to them, I told everybody I was really upset because doing something that good for people that I don't even know would give me personal satisfaction of doing a good thing, and I would have rode on that high for so
Yeah.
long. It wouldn't have been funny. Now that is a selfish thing on my part. I get that, but I also am doing something for people without a selfish intention.
Well, it's not just for you, basically.
Yeah, and I still did it, and I still got satisfaction, but not the satisfaction that I would have got if I personally would have given it to them myself.
Hmm.
I want to earn that feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That can only come from being selfless in the first place.
That's what I thought. It really did bug me though that I couldn't do it. It really did, and I have no shame of admitting that it did. I I'll own up to it.
Yeah.
1,000%. You can call me out on it all you want to. I will own up to it.
Well,
I was
it's
doing it to feel good. I was doing it to make others feel good. It was a win-win situation. I feel like when they said no, that it took away half that win for me.
well, did the kids get the toys in the end?
Yeah, and I got a voice message from the nurses. I was
Oh, good.
sleeping when they called, and a few of the nurses called and thanked me.
That's cool then. That's cool.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's just the one thing additionally that you wanted was to be able to give the gifts to the kids yourself.
yeah, and next year I'll be able to.
All right. Well, fingers crossed that definitely will happen.
Well, I have a friend that works at the hospital, and every year she goes on vacation for Christmas to somewhere nice and warm. And when I told her about this and that I couldn't come in, she's like, "No, I'll stay next year if you're going to do something like this, and I'll make sure you get to give it to them."
Okay, I've seen Mayor Hosker's message. Hi, my name is Mayor Hosker. Can I have $1? Well, Mayor Hosker.
Uh, I give you $1 mail, but the truth is, by the time it got to you, it'd only be 50 cents. So I can't help you, buddy.
Yeah, conversion rates, taxes, tariffs, you name it.
Yeah. Oh, with all that, maybe it wouldn't even be that. Maybe you get 10 cents.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
like,
okay.
I know that I have mad logic, but like, I see the world in a different way. I don't want to be a part of this type of society that everything is given to and never earned. I'm not like that.
Absolutely not. I
Like,
was
look at how hard I grind. Is there anybody out there that grinds as hard as I do?
I haven't seen it.
And am I bitching about it? Am I complaining about it? Am I saying no? I could go easily to streaming once a week.
Well, that to me shows your intention. That even if you don't get what you probably think you should have, you still do it anyway.
What should I have?
Okay, what would you say that if you got what
I
you
don't deserve to be looked at as anything special. I'm just the guy behind the camera. What do I really deserve? I don't think I deserve anything that I haven't worked for. I think I deserve your friendship because we connect on different levels about things
yeah,
and we have interesting and awesome conversations. I think I've earned that right to call you a friend.
all right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
But
Yes.
who am I to anybody else?
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, you're not really asking anything from your audience.
Absolutely nothing except for them to be respectful to everybody that's in my community. That's all I ask. And that's not something that is terrible to ask any person.
No, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And my biggest frustration, I think if you could sum up all the issues that I've had with this hobby, is the idea of putting so much into it and not necessarily not getting anything out of it, but the suggestion from some people that I shouldn't get anything out of it, not even enjoyments of the hobby.
The enjoyment that I get is the peace that this channel gives me when I'm on here with you guys, hanging out with great people.
Yeah.
That's my reward. Other than that, I don't deserve anything else.
Yeah.
I
Well,
didn't do enough to deserve anything else.
Well, what you get from it, regardless of whether you think you deserve it or not, is the results of what you put into it.
You know, like I even feel bad when people ask me to shout out my channel when I'm streaming with them. I'm on your channel. I'm not going to shout myself out. Effort doesn't equal achievements. You deserve me. Thanks, Kathy. Kathy, you're awesome, and you are my friend. And you
Yeah.
don't even know. So many of you have literally become my family and friends.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to well, I probably shouldn't do that, but shout out to everybody here and everybody in the group currently known as Brick Therapy.
Again, that's a totally different thing. You chose to say that. You're
Yeah,
not being forced to say it or
right.
asked to say it. There's a difference. I will say shout out to this person. Like I'll say right now, shout out to Phil for being so wickedly awesome for that awesome
Oh,
donation.
absolutely.
But it's not the same type of shout out.
So it's genuine versus I don't know, being coerced into doing it, I suppose.
Yeah. Jimmy knows. He's like, I'm a family and friend.
So I know of Jimmy Jr. He usually goes on your streams or he joins in on your streams, but glad to see you here as well, Jimmy. Yeah. I acknowledge myself.
And like when I'm streaming and I tell people to go watch this person or that person, okay, even if it means that person's never going to watch me again because they like the other person better,
Yeah.
at least I did something to enhance their life by watching better content. So I feel my job is done, you know?
No, I think you put out some good stuff as well.
I just have fun, man. I cannot not have fun when I'm hanging out with you guys.
Well, that is why you've done so well on YouTube, I think.
And all my success from rising and falling is my own doing. I'll be honest. You know who Eternity Bricks is?
I've heard of him. I know
So
he.
he told me to go look at this website that predicts the future of your channel.
Ah,
And at that time, I was making my channel very successful because I was following the YouTube rules about doing shorts, doing long form content, doing lives, and posting. My channel was growing really quick.
yeah.
I got my 1,000 subs in 5 months. And then he told me to do that. And I was on track to have 10,000 subs by the end of the year. That scared the shit out of me.
10,000.
And yep. And you know why? I was being featured on YouTube's homepage almost every day for a week. I was getting 25 subs a day.
That's awesome.
But after he showed me that, reality hit it. How am I going to maintain the integrity of who I am and the people that I respect that come to watch me if I grow this fast? So I purposely sabotaged myself by stop doing long form content, stop doing shorts, stop posting all the time.
Hello, Subway. Just wanted to acknowledge him. See, I don't know. I don't know the points of websites like that predict how much your channel is going to be worth.
Well, now it says I'm if I want 10,000 subs, it'll take me 5 years. I'm good with that. Yes, it's Social Blade.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see the points of seeing those kind of stats or why somebody would point you to something like that.
I don't know. He was just happy that I was growing, I guess, and wanted to show me that if I kept doing what I was doing, that I would become a great, big, huge star. I've already experienced that in my life. And what did it do? It took people that I knew for 30 years of my life and made them disappear in a heartbeat. I don't want that for this. These people are too good. All you content creators are too good. I respect you all too much to let this channel that I run, because it's not my channel. I've said it a million times. It's everybody's channel that comes on there. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to ruin that for them. I'm not going to give them a place where I can't even keep up with chat and answer everybody.
Well, if there's anything to learn, it's a completely different game. Building a channel for lots of subscribers and views and things, and building a channel because you genuinely enjoy doing what you're doing.
Like, look, I've got 5 channels. One is because of my passion and love for Transformers. I've had it since a child.
Yep.
Even though I'm shunned, even though I'm exiled, even though I'm excluded, even though I'm bullied, I still do it for my own personal love for Transformers.
Yeah, that's because of your passion for Transformers.
I started doing this channel thinking I was going to do this channel as to make it a big, huge star and show this world my personality. Whether here's the situation with me: either you love or hate me.
Yeah,
there's an in between.
Yeah.
So, could I get 1 million people to love me? I probably could. Could I get 10 million of them to hate me as well? Definitely. But in this society of content creating, even the haters matter because they still subscribe and watch because they hate you.
That is true.
So the 4 people, let's round it up to 8 people, but 4 majority people, when I was going through a really rough emotional time because I wasn't used to it, I wasn't prepared for it, never experienced anything like that, backed me up and helped me, changed my mind completely about what this channel is really about.
Because had it been the other way around and you just amassed a whole bunch of random subscribers, they'd just be standing there or sitting there watching everything going on.
Yeah. Order.
How's it going, Hoarder?
Like, I got other channels. I got the Laser Engraved channel. That is also a fun channel for me because I get to do the awesome things like make all these awesome characters
Yes.
and have fun. And here's the best part about that. You're actually involved in that channel. When I'm doing this channel, Legos, I'm the only one building. The only involvement you have is in chat. But
Yeah.
when you come on the Laser channel, you are now involved and in control of what I'm doing. All I'm doing is pressing the button. It's your ideas, it's your thoughts that are coming to life. Like this fellow right here that doesn't want to show his face, but still got a character. He is a Wookiee Sith Lord, but it does say right there, silent mode.
I'll tell you what, though, the the series you had where you combined three animals into one, that was awesome.
Well, I'm going to continue to do that. It's just that I packed everything away. I'm moving, right?
Oh yes.
This one.
Yeah.
And this one.
Yeah.
They're so funny.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, that was so much fun. I could have well, technically we could have gone on forever.
Well, I will do it forever, right? I think this one was yours, wasn't it?
Was that
Tiger, what was it? Tiger, tuna, lion? No. Which one was yours? Wasn't this one, was it?
No, I don't believe that one.
Shark, armadillo, the owl.
Oh, definitely not me.
Was it the goldfish, gerbil, cobra?
No, that was.
I'm missing some here. I don't know where they went. I know you did one.
Yeah, mine was the cow, caterpillar, and
cow, caterpillar, eagle.
One. Yes. Yeah, that's well, if it's a small creature, that's a cute one, but I think it would be terrifying if it was large.
Can you imagine something that big inside of a cow? You go outside and it's just sitting out there.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Somebody do since when is there a pink brick separator?
Yeah, this came from the Fantasy Gumball machine.
Makes sense since it's gum.
Yeah. And then there was this one which came from a third party set. All the other ones are official Lego ones. And
what's funny about gum is the longer you chew it, it all turns the same color.
That is true, because it's essentially the same material, just different coloring.
Yeah.
Man, I used to be when I was a kid, I was really into chewing gum. Well, not so much bubble gum because I couldn't make bubbles.
So you know the I don't know, the gumballs were about this big. Yes. But they were sour as shit. And like you would chew it for an hour and it was still sour.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I love those gum. And then people were like, try it. Try this. I'm like, I'm not. Why are you giving me gum that makes me feel like I brushed my teeth again?
Well, that's the difference, isn't it? That's chewing gum versus bubble gum.
Yeah.
So I guess you like sour flavors in your sweets.
I used to. I don't know more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm quite partial to sour flavors. I'll say.
Like the only thing I like sour now, I think, are the blueberry sour candies.
Mm.
And they're not that sour.
I do like blueberry.
Me too. I don't like it on its own though.
No?
Like if you put a basket of blueberries in front of me, I couldn't eat it.
Oh, actual blueberries. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's different. Took me a while to realize that actual blueberries are completely different to blueberry flavored sweets.
Yes.
And
Like
yeah,
I like blueberry muffins, but the only reason why it tastes good is because it's got the muffin with it.
yes, plenty of sugar surrounding it.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to realize that blueberries aren't actually blue; they're more purple.
Yes. Yes. Definitely purple.
Now that was so disappointing.
I learned that from Willy Wonka.
Okay, which was your favorite of the the kids that visited the chocolate factory?
Charlie.
Oh, that's too easy an answer.
Well, I didn't like cowboy, so I didn't like the cowboy kid. Didn't like the stuck up princess because she was a stuck up princess. What was the other one?
You had Violet Beauregard, who
Yeah,
ironically liked chewing things.
I relate more to Charlie because I grew up in a family where my dad had a great job, but we still lived poor. We didn't go without, but we still lived poor.
Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, Subway likes Augustus Gloop, the first kid to get taken out. And for the record, the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was the vastly superior movie.
Oh, 1000%.
I mean, I like Johnny Depp, but they ruined the newer version for me personally.
I think there's a little bit of a thing called too much Johnny Depp.
Probably.
Beaver turd cookies.
Oh yeah, when did you slip that past me? I saw that you put out the video.
Yep. I was at my mom's.
Okay, that's when you made them.
Yep.
Excuse me. Mm. So they need to use
And
that round. Sorry, go ahead.
everybody was mad because I put 3 bags of coconut in mine, and you're only supposed to put one.
Well, one bag of coconut is way too much coconut for me
Well, for
personally.
you,
Yeah, yeah.
but you can do it without coconut. You can add peanuts or almonds.
Okay. You know, I may, if I have the motivation, I may have a go at making them
Like
using it.
it's supposed to look like a beaver shit them out, right? Like that's what it looks like.
Okay.
It looks like when the dog eats too much wood, and you look at its
Mm,
poop, it looks all grainy, and
yeah.
same concept for these cookies. They're supposed to look like shit, but taste like heaven. It's coconut. It's basically
Okay.
oatmeal with chocolate.
All right. Well, I'll take your word as to how it compares to actual beaver turds. So to Hoarder's point about the figure for Violet Beauregard, the one that turns into a blueberry, didn't they have an idea set for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? I haven't actually looked at it in great depth, but people seem to like that one. And Mayo says that the 2005 film is more accurate to the book than the 1971 film. They both,
Okay, but you can say that about Star Wars as well. You can say that about Dune.
yeah.
You can say that about a million different
Yeah.
things, but the films always turn out better than the books.
Well, I I can name one instance where it probably wasn't the case.
Which one?
That's Ready Player One.
Oh, I never read the book.
Okay, I haven't seen the movie, but after reading the book, I decided I wasn't going to watch the movie.
I actually really liked the movie.
Okay.
Like, I never seen nothing like that for a long time. It had the things that I like in movies, something new, a good storyline, and surprising with heartfelt emotions attached to it. It was like that version of that movie is what I would say was like my Dark Crystal, my um what's it called um Labyrinth and Legend type of movies to that generation.
Okay. I mean, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't really comment on it. But I thought the book was really good, and I definitely had the impression that the movie would stray probably too far from the book.
I don't know. Again, I didn't read it, but I just know that it was an actually good movie. And I don't say many movies are good nowadays.
All right, that's cool though.
Like, look how many people like Fast and the Furious. They're going to hate me for this. Look how many people like Fast and the Furious, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I liked the first one. I didn't love it, but I liked it.
Mhm.
I watched the second one, third one, and fourth one. And I'm like, I'm watching the same damn movie.
I see your points, and I will say I do like the Fast and Furious franchise. The second movie for me was the best one, but even I have to admit that it's gotten ridiculous.
So you like Tokyo Drift?
No, it was the one that came before that.
Oh, see, I didn't like Tokyo Drift. And
I
it
th-
wasn't because the same characters were in it. It was just because why am I caring about kids racing around in parking lots, stuff like that, right? Like I didn't care about the car franchise when I was watching all my friends buy neons for like $14,000 and putting $20,000 into them when you could have bought a Mercedes at the same time and got a car that was 10 times faster. And if you were looking for clout, you would have had way more clout with the Mercedes than with the neon.
well, that's a world I probably wouldn't understand, much less how they
I,
got that much money.
I don't get it either. I don't know. I, by the time I was 14, I knew this. I wanted to get out and stay out. I wanted to be my own man. I wanted to move away.
Yeah.
And I noticed that the generation after me was like, let's stay home as long as we can.
Mm.
And it was like, don't you feel pathetic? That's just how I felt at the time.
No, I completely understand that. I think they have a much greater incentive to stay home. I mean, it's difficult branching out these days because of the price of buying a home and even
Everything.
the price of everything. Yes, but I think it has gotten to the point where the drive to actually leave home has pretty much disappeared.
Kathy says my dad had all those movies. Okay, listen, that's great if you like that type of movie. Me, I need more stimulation. Hold on one sec. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. So was what the name Mac and Build Bricks? They put out a video about the Speed Champions DeLorean, and it looks pretty good on camera. I'm holding off on getting one though. I'd rather get it with some kind of discounts, but it does look pretty good. One thing that really surprised me though was that Michael J. Fox's character has a stud on the back of his what was that jacket thing, that red jacket thing he has? So I wonder what that's for. But the rumor was that a lot of people were going to be doing live streams and putting out videos of that set. So I guess that's one reason why I haven't. Another reason why I haven't gone for it. I could have gotten one over the weekend though. Out of curiosity, when is your birthday, Subway Dudes? That's that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. So I'm guessing, excuse me, over here it's $22.99. That's in British pounds. So I'm guessing in the States is about $30. So clearly there are some people looking to make a profit, which is pretty disgusting, quite frankly. It's ironic I say pretty disgusting because there's nothing pretty about it, but it's disgusting. Yeah, Never2Old is blazing right now. That good old homegrown. So I've placed an order for a few items on AliExpress, and I'll probably do an unboxing as soon as it gets here. Nothing particularly exciting though. It's mostly electronic components. But I will show you while I'm here. I've been designing these things. This is basically an alternative to the minifigure display shells that I had, the Lego ones. Just thinking of a different way of displaying my minifigures, and so I came up with this thing right here. This can either sit on the table, or I'm thinking about how I can mount it to the wall. But I'm going to be putting all my minifigures in my private collection on these. Excuse me. So Subway Sister got the Stranger Things Creole house. I personally don't see the appeal, and this is coming from someone who has watched Stranger Things, but good for them. Owen's going to be streaming, or at least attempting to stream, for 6 hours doing some sorting. Good luck with that. Yeah, as I've probably said a few times before, there are some sets that I wouldn't mind getting, but nothing that I would want to get at full price. At least not yet. So I'm okay with waiting, and we'll probably see some more interesting things later this year. Yes, it's as I've said about I said from the very beginning about the UCS Millennium Falcon, I think it was the very first ridiculously priced Lego set. You would think that it would be way too pricey for most people, and yet there were queues around the corner when it was first released. So clearly people are willing to buy it, but then it sends the message that, okay, people bought this set at this price, let's release more sets at this price. All right, so Owen's going for the first order sets from Star Wars. Thank goodness I'm not into Star Wars, because that's well, I'm going to call it a money drain right there. And imagine keeping up with all the releases and things. Not me. One thing I would really like to do, and I'm pretty sure it's been done before, is one weekend or one day visit some town in the UK and take a tour of all the charity shops on the streets or in an area and see how much Lego I can obtain. I think it's going to be very different now, because charity shops are very savvy when it comes to Lego, but you can still find the occasional bargain. I actually passed on a bag of Duplo. That's how addicted I can be to buying Lego from charity shops, but I really didn't need any Duplo. It was actually quite difficult to get rid of. So Subway says most Lego is overpriced. I would have to agree with that. I've gotten used to buying things discounted anyway, so I'm a little bit more picky about what I get. Owen is selling his valuable minifigures. I think the platform you sell them on is going to make a huge difference, but you definitely want to get your money's worth when selling minifigures. Filling bricks build so slowly that you don't have to buy a lot. I've seen your ASMR channel. You have whole videos about just the box. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me that you build slowly. That's all good though. I'm just messing with you. But yeah, I have a whole bunch of sets in what I call my vaults, which is basically a set of cardboard boxes, and if I'm lucky, a cupboard that has a bunch of unopened sets in them. I did have to sell some.
Guess who's back?
I don't know who's back.
This guy.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome back, this guy.
Yeah, so that was Royal from Brick Together. He says hi to everybody. Hi, Silent.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hello to Royal. So you guys are on phone number basis then.
Well, I'd be on phone number basis with you if you didn't live across town. I can't call your phone. I ain't paying no freaking $29.99 a minute.
Fair enough. No, it's all good. I'm not jealous or anything. Hey, Brick Together. How you doing,
Oh,
Brick?
there you go.
Speak of the saints, and the saint will appear. But is this Royal or is it Brandy?
That's Royal. Brandy is Mrs. Brick Together.
Okay. Hello, Royal.
I made a joke the other day. He's Royal. My last name is Duke. So we're both part of the Kingdom family.
I'll tell you what, though. One day we're going to do a live stream together, and the first thing you're going to see is a glass of brandy, and it's going to be a raw kind of brandy.
There you go.
Okay, that didn't land as well as I wanted it to. That's okay.
I was chewing, man. Sorry.
That's okay. I actually don't know of any royal brands of brandy. I got to do my research.
Crown Royal.
There you go.
It's brandy. It's
Much
royal brandy.
much appreciated. Much appreciated, Royal. Thanks for stopping by. And as I used to say, just showing up and especially hitting that like button for anybody is more than most people do. So I appreciate it all.
See, I think I'm a huge supporter when it comes to people when I actually do get a chance to message them on one of their videos.
Yeah.
Because not only will I like the comment that I made, but I'll like every other comment on there as well.
Oh,
And
nice.
I wish that people would get in the habit of doing that. Like you're in there and you're reading the comment. Most people read the other comments, but they don't hit the likes on them.
That's true. That's true. Okay. Royal actually clarified that Crown Royal is whiskey.
Oh, yeah, so that's right. Sorry. It's been a long time since I drank, man. Come on.
That's that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Let's turn it into a brandy then.
Yeah, there's got to be some form of brandy. Maybe I have.
I'm sure somewhere around the world there's a royal brandy.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna find it out and then save for a couple of years just to make that joke.
See, Phil's a good person too. He does the same thing.
That's cool.
But it doesn't hurt. You know what I mean? And again, after what eternity showed me, I have stopped doing the 4 things you need to do to grow. And I'm telling you right now, you guys really want your channels to grow, you need to do those 4 things every day. You need to stream, you need to post short videos, you need to post long form videos, and you need to post on your community.
That's a lot of work.
It is. But that's the only way that YouTube, and you got to do that grind for what I do for 4 months before they started posting me on front page every day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's way too much work, quite frankly.
But when you don't have a job and you're a workaholic and you got nothing else to do, what are you supposed to do?
Well, even so, keeping on top of all 4 of those things, and some people suggest you have to make what they call high quality content. That's basically a full-time job on top of a full-time job.
Listen, the day I get high quality content is when I get a good woman that knows how to do that shit and does it for me. Because other than that, you're going to get the same old live raw, never too old for bricks. Because that's what I do, and
Yeah.
that's how I do things.
Well, some people would regard that as high quality.
True.
What does that even mean anyway? High quality and low quality.
Oh, 7 seconds, the angle changes. There's words flying across the screen. There's stupid little things popping up to, make fun of what just happened. All that's nonsense. I can't handle that shit. To be honest with you, those type of videos bore the crap out of me. I'd rather see something raw.
Yeah, I have to admit, those videos don't appeal to me at all. I don't like the what I call the talking at formats, but lots of people seem to like that.
And I got a lot of people that always ask me this question: how come you don't use the background stuff about, like the YouTube creator? I'm just a small channel thing, or something like that. Or all I got to mention is bro. I do it for the bros. All that kind of stuff like that. They always ask me why I don't do that stuff, and I'm like, because that's not who I am.
They're asking you to be fake, basically.
There you go. Mail's got Brett and Bricks joining as well.
Excellent. And I'm pretty sure he has quite a few sets to build.
To be honest with you, I'm going to say this straight up. I think successful channels, no matter how big or small they are the ones that actually connect with their audience.
Yeah, well, that makes a lot of sense
But in
because,
this day and age, that's not what's the reality of things.
excuse me, I was thinking about it just today actually, and there's a world of difference between the YouTube of old and the YouTube that we have now. The YouTube of old was all about the audience, people
Yeah,
discovering your videos, enjoying your videos, subscribing for more, etc. And people used to post all kinds of crazy stuff. Um, I'm talking about the days of YouTube poop. I mean,
yeah.
it's mindless stuff, but it can be really entertaining and creative. The YouTube now is basically for the advertisers. So people are doing the stuff that will gain advertisers' attention.
I
Hence,
would say 90% of the channels that I watch do it to make a buck.
yeah, hence why there are so many videos sponsored by Squarespace or Raid Shadow Legends or BetterHelp or any of these other um, standard sponsors.
Okay, I'm just gonna. I hope you don't mind,
Go
but
ahead.
I'm gonna show you guys my analytics.
Oh,
If you guys don't mind.
okay. I'll give you the big screen.
No, no, I don't need the big screen.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go to my analytics, and I'm going to go to revenue.
All right.
And I'm gonna do lifetime. Okay, and you guys are gonna see how much money my channel has actually made. And you're gonna go back and watch all these videos, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I've gave out more than what this channel has given me. And everything in this channel,
Well,
or everything that I've made from this, I still haven't gotten the money for it yet.
well, don't dox yourself.
Okay, but this is just an example of what happens when you do finally start making money on YouTube. I don't know if you guys can see that.
We can see it.
You can see the dates, right?
Yep.
Okay. Started in 2024. That's how much money I've made, and I still haven't gotten it all because they only pay you in $100 increments. I'm I still need like $40 to get that $100.
Ah, yes.
Now I'm going to explain something. All this money, I'd only say $20 has come from my videos. The rest has come from all you people. And every time you guys buy something or do a like or subscribe or whatever, I only get half that money.
Yeah.
And that half that money goes straight to you guys every time I do a giveaway.
Yeah, I believe YouTube takes 30%.
It doesn't feel like it to me.
Feels like a lot more.
It feels like a hell of a lot more.
Mm.
And now look, on the brick crawl, I did 5 giveaways for $10 each for each
Oh,
card.
yes.
Okay. That came out of my own pocket. That didn't come from YouTube. And I'm happy to do it. Because you guys give me more than what money could ever buy me. That's facts.
Well, I for one appreciate it. Even if I didn't win anything, I appreciate the fact that you did that.
Your name was there though.
I mean,
Ain't my fault that you ain't lucky.
well, okay, I did happen to win a gift card, but even if I didn't, I appreciate that you did that for your viewers.
Yeah, you did win. Even though it was Canadian money, you still got something, right? What they give you
Yeah.
back for UK money, like $8?
I have no idea, but it's something. That's the main thing.
See, this is where I think it all should be either one currency or none, because this is how people get screwed.
Mm.
If I get paid in American money by somebody or British pounds by somebody, I don't actually get the real conversion of what that money's really worth. I get what YouTube thinks it's worth.
Yeah, the onerous currency conversions, and that's with or without them taking a cut of what they think they should have.
Little bricks.
Yes, little L bricks. Somebody else
Yep.
who's had the name change. How you doing, sir?
Grumpy. What's
And
up,
yours?
Grumpy?
How the grump is everyone today? Well, doing all right, thank you.
I may sound like I'm grumpy, but I'm actually happy because I'm telling the truth.
Hey, there's nothing more liberating than telling the truth.
I'm one of those people that you could tell me the most horrifying, terrible story ever, and I'll have a smile on my face, and it's because you told me the truth.
Yeah. And ultimately, that's showing respect to people, being able to tell them the truth. Because if you have to lie to somebody, or if you feel compelled to lie to them, how much respect do you have for them, really?
Yeah.
Or
The
saying
truth will set you free.
yes, Little L is not only a few subscribers away from 500, but he's getting his Back to the Future DeLorean or time machine delivered today.
Nice. But let me ask you this, Mr. Little Lego. Do you have your hours?
Oh yes, that's important too for monetization anyway.
I think you need 3,000 hours, which doesn't make any sense because that's only 1,000 away from your 1,000 for when
Mm,
you get 1,000 subscribers. I think it only should be at 200 or 2,000 instead of four.
halfway, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But YouTube did actually listen to me. They actually did because now you can post on your content creators um, community page.
Is that only on mobile devices though?
I don't know. I just know that if you go on to your favorite YouTuber or YouTuber period, and you go into their community, you can now post things. Now I've been asking for that for a long time. Every time I did a survey, every time I emailed them about a question, I'd also add that in there. I wish that you guys would have an open chat and a place for people to post stuff.
Yeah.
That every time.
I mean that makes sense because they followed TikTok's lead with the shorts. So I suppose they could compete with Discord with the whole community thing.
Listen, if they added a community chat that was open, they already have AI that does all the stuff that you need. If there's a rude comment or something inappropriate, they already delete it. It doesn't even get shown.
Yep.
So that's a bonus for me, and I don't have to run my own Discord. YouTube's running it for me.
Yep.
What
Maybe
would be the point of Discord if YouTube actually had its own live chat?
we just happened to be visited by B Bandits, the head mod, and
What's up, B?
hello B, and Liam is doing his bricking the bed as usual. How you doing, Liam?
Liam's so funny. Oh, Liam.
I hate to ask, but what colors are these bricks that are gracing the bed?
Well, they don't look like my beaver turds.
Just thought I'd ask. But yes, I think personally the hours are a lot harder to get than the number of subscribers.
Oh, the lady sent me a video of my kitten.
Ah,
Should I show it?
let's see that video.
All right. I don't know how well it's going to show up on here. So the one closest to the mom is my kitten.
Okay.
That's my little guy. That's Cleopatra. That's her mommy and her brother behind her. Oh, fell. Give me that milk, mommy. Give me that milk. She's gonna be a heifer.
Well, it does look quite attached to the mum at the moment.
That just means it'll be attached to me.
Hopefully, that's a good thing.
And well, I started the cat channel, and I already have in my Amazon shopping cart a camera collar and a harness, and I will be taking this cat out for walks in public, and all that kind of jazz like that, and getting footage and everything.
Excellent.
And since I don't have the channel isn't about me. If this channel makes it good, I won't complain.
I don't see why it wouldn't, because you got the cat, you got the star of the show. It should do.
And then in another month, I'll have the other cat, which is Cornish Rex, which is known in the cat world as the Bat Cat because of how big its ears are.
That's going to be really interesting, I think.
Well, I want to see how these two are going to react to each other since they both have different temperaments. Wow. This cat is loving and friendly, whereas a Cornish Rex is bat off the walls crazy.
Well, hopefully they don't fight.
Well, if it happens that way, I'm telling my mom, hey, you want a cat?
Okay, which one would you give up, though?
The one that instigates.
Okay. Well, hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Like, I honestly want my mom to have an animal. I really do. I wanted her to have an animal forever. She had, when we were kids, she had dogs, but I want her to switch from dogs because she's older now and she has to walk the dog. She has to pick up the dog poop, all that kind of stuff like this. And she does want to travel. So if she has a cat, she could fill a bathtub full of water in a huge ass bowl full of food, and the cat will eat what it wants and drink when it wants, and you won't come home to your whole house eating.
I guess then cats are relatively low maintenance then.
Oh, I've left my cat for a month at a time, no problem.
Wow.
Come home and nothing was wrong with my house.
A month.
Yep.
All right. Subway's particular about his coffee. He's going to hate it if it's bad at the hospital he's going to. Yeah. For me, bad coffee is the one that tastes like lemon juice, basically.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, yeah, you don't drink coffee.
Yeah, I'm allergic to it.
Allergic? Damn.
Yep. I found out by eating a coffee crisp.
What is that, a coffee crisp?
So it's just a wafer that the chocolate is mixed with coffee grounds.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So it's like a chocolate coffee, but it's still a wafer.
Okay, it sounds kind of intense.
They're actually quite good, except for it kills me.
Yeah, well, okay, then that can't be very good then.
No. It's like, well, you guys have coffee cakes, right? Where you put actual coffee in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty much the same kind of,
okay.
Fruit, right?
Yeah.
But instead, it's a wafer.
Okay.
And
I see what you mean.
I know people in the UK love their wafers and their crackers, which are cookies.
No, I think I would call them wafers.
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah. Your biscuits that you eat, right? Your tea biscuits.
Yes.
I relate to them as baby crackers because that's what they taste like to me.
Baby crackers.
Yeah.
I've never heard them referred to that like that.
Well, if you become huge, or if I ever become huge, and I could write off taxes and fly you over, I'll introduce you to them.
Well, hopefully, we won't have to wait until we both become huge because I weigh enough already. But against my better judgment, I do actually want to visit Canada
Yeah.
and even the States.
I'm
But,
still trying to get my passport. It's pissing me off that they keep denying me.
oh dear, I guess is there any particular reason they deny you your passport?
Well, every time I do the application, they just say no.
Well, that doesn't sound right.
Well, it could have to do with some of my criminal record.
Ah,
But my criminal record doesn't have anything that would endanger anybody or,
okay.
have anything to do with, like, most of my criminal record is because of self-defense or defending somebody.
I see. But I would imagine they would be considered spent anyway.
Yeah. And, like, we used to have it where after 7 years, they would erase a record like that, but now they don't.
Brilliant. So one quick question, because we are at the 2 hour mark. Little Lego asks if he should do a special edition live building of his time machine, or should he wait until Thursday?
Well, I would say wait, because that's your schedule and that's what YouTube is basing your channel off of. But I would also say do it just because you can and you want to.
Well, I would certainly advise for the more authentic experience, and if you can, wait until Thursday.
Yeah.
You could do it tonight, and I suppose the only incentive for doing so is if you wanted to be one of the first to build the set. But then I'm not sure if that would have much of a benefit.
No more bricks. What's up?
Yeah. Hello, Lone Wolf.
I can't see what you wrote, but I know that you're in here because I could see that. It's bold.
Hello, Lone Wolf. Why do you have to watch 3 ads before the stream? Probably because this was supposed to be non-monetized, but apparently it's monetized.
But the reason why I tell him to wait is because he is actually trying to get his monetization, and YouTube is following his algorithm that he already has set up, right?
Yeah.
And if you mess with it, you're messing with your algorithm. See, this is why I don't follow the algorithm anymore, because I know too much about how the patterns work. And look, if I really wanted to, I could make my channel blow up because I know the patterns. And when people ask me about it, I give them my advice, but do they take it? No, because they just sit there and think, oh, well, I know better than you, because every week or every month they say something different about what you should be doing. Well, what they're telling you to do is setting you up to fail.
Well, that's one thing I would say. To your point, there is an industry. There's a whole industry in not only telling people what they should do to make their channel successful, but there's also an industry in having people fail at running a YouTube channel.
Oh, it's all designed to make you fail. I figured that out right away when I tricked the algorithm.
I don't even know what this so-called algorithm is, to be honest.
It changes every month, but the trick will never change. The key thing is the 4 things and consistency.
Yeah.
If you pick a time, right, to stream, like I did every day at 5 o'clock and noon on weekends, and I'm consistent with that for over a month, YouTube has no force or no chance or no choice but to force the algorithm to accept me. And also, again, you have to do your short videos, your long form content, and your community. But you have to do it every single day. Once you stop doing one of those things, the algorithm ignores you.
Gosh,
it's
man.
not being forced and tricked anymore.
Yeah, it sounds like too much work for me, man.
It's a lot of work. I burned myself out doing it.
Yeah.
I ended up getting pneumonia, remember?
Oh my goodness. And I guess that's what a lot of people won't admit to. They have people working for them in order to maintain their YouTube presence.
Oh yeah. Like, look, our little friend Lynx has taken it upon herself to become the social media cat for X-Night, which is awesome. That's great. He doesn't have time to do all the social media, and she wanted to help out, and she's doing that for him. Now, for me to get someone to do that, I'd have to pay them,
Yeah.
and I don't want to ask her to do mine as well because she's already going to have her hands full dealing with
Mm.
all the other social medias.
Yeah. So yeah, ideally you'd want somebody doing this stuff who's dedicated to your channel.
Like anybody that has, I'm just going to say this rough number, $30,000, and they can hire someone for a month to do all the social media and is good with doing edits and all that kind of stuff like that. Anybody that has that type of money to pay that person for that whole month, $30,000, will have a successful channel that will have 50,000 subs within a month's time. Can guarantee that.
Mm.
As long as you're following the rules of YouTube and also implying the trick. You can't ignore something that's consistent. An algorithm will never ignore something that's consistent. It's designed to find the pattern and adapt and like the pattern.
Yeah. That's why it's
That's
called
its whole function.
That's why it's called an algorithm.
That's why we have shitty movies.
Gosh, I could perhaps another unpopular opinion. You could say that the series of Lego movies followed an algorithm.
It does.
Because honestly, I've only seen the first Lego movie and I saw the Lego Batman movie. I could have sworn I saw the same movie.
I look at it this way. Ever since the writer's strike and back in, I think it was like 2011, there was like a writer's strike.
Yes.
I think it was 2011. It might have been earlier than that. But ever since then, writers have no say or choice in anything they do. They get told what to do because of algorithms, not because they're coming up with their own original ideas to wow us in this world of something special and new that we've never seen, or maybe it's so different that we don't get the grasp of it until 20 years later when the movie becomes this iconic movie.
Classic.
A cult classic, exactly. I will never hear the world or any of the. I'm sorry, but this is how I feel. 20 years from now, I'm not going to be hearing that a movie in 2022 is now a cult classic.
No.
They put away too many movies to do that. There's like, what, 10 movies every month or more?
There probably is. I have no idea because I don't pay attention to them anymore.
Okay, well, I look at it this way. So Prime Video comes out with its own movies. Netflix comes out with its own movies. Apple comes out with its own movies, TV shows, everything, right? Plus, there's also the movies in theaters. Paramount comes out with its own. Crave comes out with its own. All these things come out with their own movies.
That's true.
How can you keep up and call something a classic if you only get a chance to watch something that's half, and I mean this, half decent of a movie that we're already brainwashed to think that it's awesome when it's crap? How is that going to become a cult classic? You're going to remember that movie and be like, oh, I like that movie. And then you're going to watch it again and be like, this movie's shit. Because the algorithm has already changed your mind again about what's good and what's not good.
I think a lot of these movies these days, they're only designed to be watched once anyway.
Yes.
And as you suggest, it's because they put out so many of them on different platforms.
There are movies still to this day when I'm scrolling through to watch something, I see an old movie and I'm like, oh, I'll watch that again, and click on it.
Yeah.
The movie that everybody and their brother should watch is a documentary called Idiocracy.
Yeah, Idiocracy.
Everybody should watch that because that's what this today is all about.
I've seen it.
To me, it's not a movie; it's a documentary.
Yes, I'd like to think that things wouldn't turn out that way, but they pretty much already have.
Thank you, Mayo. Mayo. I was kind of right. It was 2007 when the huge writer strike was on,
Mm.
and we lost so many good television shows when that happened. We got all this. We got even more reality shows about like women and men being shitty to each other.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
I would love to go back to censorship where you couldn't show that nonsense. Don't show me a couple that's evil to each other. Show me a couple that's inspirational and love each other.
well, that is the point of reality shows, that they mostly focus on the drama, so they often have drama engineered into them.
Okay, but if you're seeing drama every single week, what are you going to remember about that show?
Well, I guess the point is that it's not so much about remembering anything. You just want to tune into the next one to see what happens, because you know there's going to be drama.
I guess so. I just can't watch that kind of mind rotten nonsense.
No, well, you've seen one, you've seen them all, basically. And Brick Together makes a good point. If Avatar was such a great movie, name a single quote from it.
I'm a blue bastard that is copying what the Americans did to the Native Americans. That's what. Think about it. That whole show is about pretty much with the same thing that the Americans did to the Native Americans. Destroyed their land, took their resources, and said that they were doing good for them. They weren't doing good for them. They were happy and living peaceful the way that they were living. They didn't need anything else. Those people would still be living the same way that they've been living if Americans didn't involve with them and just left them alone.
Well, I do remember that they simultaneously had the humans be the antagonists, but a human also came in to save the day by essentially appropriating
What?
the natives.
So you're saying that like back in the day, Pocahontas didn't have a million freaking dudes wanting her? It's the same situation. It's love. It makes you crazy. The
Oh,
poor guy
yeah.
came in hating aliens, and then all of a sudden saw a sexy one and wanted it.
I was actually thinking about Pocahontas, but I'm not overly familiar with the story.
She helped. What is it? Lewis and Clark path the United States. I think that's what it was. I'm not an American, but like I can't say that Canadians are any better. They did the same thing to the Native Americans.
Hmm.
No, they weren't peaceful. But look at let's just explain it this way. So I'm living in my home right now, and some foreign person comes to my door screaming and yelling at me in a language I can't understand, and he sounds hostile. Am I going to sit there and take it, even though I've always been fighting with my next door neighbor? Does that make any sense to you? My next door neighbor just hated me because I was from next door. Here's some foreign person coming in and just hates me, period, and wants to take everything I got. And not only me, but my neighbor as well.
Hmm.
All cultures fight. All cultures fight. No matter where you were in this world, even in Britain, there was many kingdoms. They fought over many different kingdoms to form one. One dominated over the others. There should be what, 4 kingdoms in Great Britain right now, but there's only one.
Yeah. The supposedly United Kingdom.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? No matter where you go, there's conflict.
Yeah.
But having someone that doesn't even live on that continent come there, that's called invasion. Don't know your ways, don't know anything. And look at nowadays, everybody wants to try to live like how the old Native Americans did, off the grid.
That's probably been made impossible or
It is.
very, very difficult.
Like here in Canada, you cannot own a piece of land unless you're tied into the grid. If you're going to live on it, you have to be tied
Wow.
into the grid. How am I supposed to live free if I got to pay you power and water?
Well, then that's not free.
Not free at all.
Mm.
We all have this concept of what's good and what's not. But the truth is every country, no matter where you look, has been bad and good. It's just a degree of right now what is bad and good. We should know better. History keeps repeating itself because we keep on doing the same damn things to each other.
Isn't it strange how that happens, though?
It's not strange. It's called cults and brainwashing. Again, I agree with you. They did fight each other. But like I said, in England, they did the same thing. In all of Europe, they did the same thing. In all of China, they did the same thing. Everywhere you go, they fought each other. And they were the same people. But as soon as you add something that doesn't belong, it becomes something worse.
Well, then it has to escalate.
Well, that's what happens, right? You know.
Yeah.
It's what our society demands of us, and that's the saddest part. Because by now we should have been one world, one currency, one government, and one language. And I truly believe this. And you all may think I'm totally, absolutely nuts, but I truly believe this. That if we were one world, one country, one currency, one language, we probably would have seen life from other planets by now.
Well, I think that's what people are working towards. The only question is whose language and whose currency.
Okay, but it'll never happen because of the almighty dollar. A corporation will never let that happen if it benefits off of suffering of others and gain of others. Who controls this world? Ain't our governments, it's the money.
Yeah.
Money always will control this world. So if I can make a buck off of somebody by treating them like shit, but also make 10 times more for treating someone else better, I'm going to do it, right?
Naturally.
That's just how corporations think. They don't think about, if I lay off these 1,000 people, who gives a shit, because I'm going to hire 10 people in this other country to do the same job. You just destroyed 1,000 people's homes and families. So you can make a buck.
That's been going on for the last few years or so, especially in my industry.
But it's not even the last few years. Romans did it, Genghis Khan did it, the Asians did. All cultures have done this since the beginning of time. Right? The Persian Empire conquered over the world for 1,000 years, and no one ever talks about how, I hate to bring this up, and I really hate bringing this up, but no one ever talks about that. More than half that population was African American, and they were enslaving and raping and killing people. No one gives a shit about the 1,000 years, but they sure do give a shit about the 200 years that the Americans had them as slaves.
I can't argue with you there.
Like, does schools not teach you history? Does the media and social networks and the news lie to you to keep you under control and keep you angry and keep you scared? Yes.
Well, of course.
And it's all to make $1. Do they care about the rest of the world? Hell no. They care about keeping you and your country in population control.
Well, they can't have people, as they say, waking up and questioning things.
Well, look, I believe in this. I'll love everybody if I could, but they're not going to love me.
True.
Like I honestly have met some of the greatest people and in this community, and they won't always agree with me, and I won't always agree with them, and that's what makes us special, in my opinion. Because even though we have differences, we still have a love for each other in the community.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I would be very, very concerned if everybody here agreed with everybody on everything.
Well, that's just wrong. It's a person's duty in life to stick to their beliefs and morals. I get that, but it's also your duty to open up your eyes to other possibilities as well.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And as Phil said, we can agree to disagree.
Exactly.
I mean, disagreeing with
Like,
some, sorry,
go ahead.
I was just going to say disagreeing with somebody doesn't mean that you dislike them or you hate them.
Exactly. I love when people. I honestly love when people can prove me wrong or tell me something new,
Yeah.
even if I don't like it. I appreciate them more
Yeah.
because you taught me something that I didn't know about something or about myself.
I think it's always valuable to see other people's perspectives as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna I don't have all the answers. Nobody has all the answers.
No.
But I think a big part of life itself is comparing notes with other people and
I
getting
actually appreciate people a lot more that don't look at me and think I have all the answers.
well
I
who
just know
does
what works for me. It's not going to work for you. You're not me.
right.
But when people start doing that to me, I feel claustrophobic. I feel like even though they're not attacking me, I feel like I have to defend myself.
Mm.
And I hate that feeling.
Because that's the point where other people start thinking that you have to be exactly like them or somebody else.
It Listen, it'd be a boring ass world if everybody was the same.
Exactly. Well, some people strive to be just a copy of somebody else, and I personally don't understand it, but that's what they choose.
Well, they want what you got.
I'd say
That's
that's a
all.
that's a big part of it. I think.
I got nothing. I got nothing. Not one of you people, and I mean this, would be able to do what I do with the life that I live. In real life, you would not be able to handle what I go through every single second of the day. I live in chronic pain 24/7. I have difficulties doing things that people take for granted.
Mhm.
I have brain fog since my last accident, where I can't even remember what I ate in the morning until a month later. Like no one would want to trade their lives with me. So don't try to be me. Be you.
Oh, absolutely.
I like you for you, not because you're trying to be me. I like you because you like this thing and I don't. I like you
Yeah.
because you like the thing I like.
Well, as I usually say to myself, if somebody is trying to be basically a copy of somebody else, there's no point to them because why not just go for the original?
Yeah, and I always look at it this way. When you copy things that other people have done, I don't get bent out of shape anymore. I used to, but I look at it as a way of flattery. Even if the person hates my guts and they're copying what I'm doing, I look at it as flattery because
Yeah.
you're doing what I did because you weren't. able to come up with that idea or that thing at that time, and you had to no choice but to do what I did. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Hate you for it? That's just wasting energy that I don't have.
I hear what you're saying about that point. And I suppose looking at it that way, it's let's say somebody actually puts out an idea that I had. There's a part of me that says it's more important that the idea was actually put out than almost who it came from.
Yeah, and look, and I'm going to just say this, and this might affect some people that are watching or may not be watching. You have a problem with somebody, okay?
Yeah.
Now, I'll be honest with that person, okay? I'll tell them, okay, you may not like them. I may not like what they do, but they're part of the community, and I'll still support them. I'll give them a like and say hi, and then I'll leave. I'm still doing what I feel in my, I don't want to say soul, but in my conscience, in all of
Mm.
my feelings that I'm doing what's right for me, not anybody else, right?
Yeah.
And I get it, okay? And like I said, I could agree that I don't like that person or what they're doing as well, but because they're doing something that gave me so much back already, maybe not that person, but what this community has done, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to hate somebody because you want me to hate them? It's not how the world works. I make my own decisions on who I like and dislike. But if I don't like them and you don't like them, I will say I don't like them, but I'll still support them. Why? Because they're part of this community. If you go and look on all the people I follow, there ain't nobody over 10,000 subscribers that I follow, except for Brick World. But these are people that put on a whole organization, Lego Con, all throughout the United States. I admire people that do that. They're taking time out of their free lives, out of their lives, while they have jobs, to put these things on, to entertain and give joy to people.
Yep. That ultimately that's separating how we feel about particular people from what they actually do.
Look, there was a big thing when I was sick, and I was so mad at somebody, and somebody else came and said, "Well, did anybody say anything? Did
Mm.
anybody do anything? Are you just sitting there being mad about the things that they did without understanding why they did it, or are giving them a chance to
Yeah.
explain themselves?"
Yeah.
And that changed my mind immediately. I couldn't see it. It took someone else to show me. I was just so wrapped up in my anger that I couldn't even think straight.
I can definitely relate to that.
You were there, you know. You
Yeah.
know some of that story.
Yeah. I remember. I remember
And
that
now
instant.
I look at it this way. Good luck to them. I can't say that I have a huge amount of like for that person as a person, but I definitely respect the shit out of them.
Yeah, there you go.
So what am I supposed to do? Keep this hate feeling in my heart, or just move on?
Well, again, it's separating how we feel about somebody from what they're actually doing. And I can name several instances of people just in this space who I don't particularly like, who sometimes I wish something would happen to them. But I
Well, I
can
never get it that far. I haven't gone that far since I was a
I'm
teenager, but yeah.
I'm working on that bit. But I also see that they actually do things, and people like what they do. People benefit from what they do, and that's the part about them that I have some respect for.
Yeah. Like there's people that our audience like that we probably don't like. And what are we supposed to do? Hate them? What's the point? We're all doing the same thing. We're entertaining and making connections with good people. There's I'm sorry, but I can honestly say this. I've never met a better community since high school.
That's saying a lot, I think. That's saying an awful lot.
I've made more connections in this last year and a half with people that I can't even see in person or even pick up the phone and call or go out and hang out with than I have since high school. Everybody else since then has been people that I pretty much was forced to put up with.
Hmm. I think for me anyway, one of the best things about high school and to a lesser degree university is that there are people I couldn't stand being around, but then once high school was over, once university was over, I never had to deal with them again.
Well, let me explain my high school experience, okay? And I hate to say this, but this is how I thought back then. You guys are all losers. That's how I thought. I got my Drillard friends, my homies, the people I grew up with. You people mean absolutely nothing to me. You look at me like I'm the most important person in this school, and I'm nothing. I don't care about things you care about. I don't even relate to you on any levels whatsoever. And everybody knew my name in high school. Do you think I knew theirs?
Yeah.
But why I said high school is because I still had that tight knit of friends that I had since grade school. But after high school, they went their ways. They moved
Yeah.
out of the provinces. Everything got all screwed up, and then I got locked into this world where I had groupies. They weren't my friends; they were groupies.
Hmm. Well, most of us never really leave high school, do we?
Well, we get to a certain mentality and we stay that way. And I wish somebody would have told me that as a kid, because then I would have understood my parents a lot better.
Yeah.
Because they're still 25 in their head, no matter how old they get.
I think well, maybe not 25, maybe somewhat younger, somewhat older, but that's the
Yeah.
case for most of us.
Like, I look at it this way. I don't think my personality or mindset or the way I think has changed since I was 5 years old.
Really?
Yeah. But my brain doesn't work like everybody else's brain. I had a hard time with emotions and feelings when I was a child. I didn't understand them at all until I learned how to relate with people and put myself in their shoes and how they were feeling.
Yeah.
And even then, it was still very confusing and hard for me. I didn't have empathy or compassion or any of that stuff when I was young. I was angry all the time.
Man. I'm just curious, Subway D said he's going to be missing out on a lot of high school. How
He's been sick. He's been sick.
Okay, he mentioned going to the hospital a while ago.
Yeah, and Subway, I'm telling you right now, the friends that I've made on here and the people that I've met on here are way better than people I knew in high school. So you're not missing too much, buddy. I know there's a lot of experiences that you think you're gonna miss out on, but you coming in here and hanging out with everybody and being a part of this community really says something about you.
Exactly.
And don't ever think that it doesn't.
You're with the real cool kids here.
Well, even still, surgeries doesn't matter. So
Yeah.
I look at surgeries as being sick as well. I maybe I'm weird that way, but you're still going through something that your body has to heal and go through. So it's still sickness to me.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it all works out with the surgery.
Yeah.
So Phil and Bricks mentions he doesn't have connections to anyone from his high school class.
And
Yeah.
let's be truthful. Okay. 90% of people that go through school are bullied and tormented, made fun of, talked about behind their backs. So really, it's not something that you're missing out on. There's only a small percentage of people that actually like high school. And most of them end up working at Burger King.
The people who tend to enjoy high school tend to be the bullies, I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know it. But I also loved high school for that reason, because I was a bully killer. If I seen someone bullying somebody, I'd put a stop to it right away. And if it kept on escalating, I made sure that it stopped by violence. But that's also because I also believe in this theory. People always forget that we are still animals. And when a baby cub from a tiger or a bear or wherever does something that its mother doesn't want it to do, the mother violently does something to that cub. And guess what? For the rest of that cub's life, it doesn't do that again. If, let's say, the little bear is going to eat some poison berries, that mom will whack that bear so hard it doesn't even have to say anything. Even if they can't even understand each other with their own language, that little cub won't eat those berries ever again. It'll always remember, don't eat those berries. It's bad. And I've had to teach bullies with violence. Oh, you want to pick on someone that's smaller than you, weaker than you, not not as cool as you, doesn't have any money. Okay, let's see how you look when I rip off your nice $100 shirt or jeans and I leave you bloody in a pile of mess, and everybody's laughing at you because you couldn't even defend yourself.
Oh dear.
After you've been boasting and saying that you're the toughest guy in school.
Oh boy.
I did drastic things to protect people that couldn't protect themselves. Was it right for me to do that? Probably not. But I wasn't going to let anybody get picked on under my watch, because I was picked on by my whole family, my cousins, my cousin's friends, my brother's friends, all these people. I wasn't going to let what happened to me happen to people that didn't deserve it, even if I didn't even know them.
Well, I certainly respect that you did that, and there's no telling how many people are better off for it.
Oh, they never did it again. When you beat someone that thinks that they're the king shit, and you are a person that keeps to yourself, doesn't care about the people around you, doesn't care about popularity, and that's another thing. When you act like that, you seem to become the most popular person. It's a side effect.
Interesting.
Especially in high school, because everybody's seeking approval in some way or another. When you don't give a shit about approval, they think that's cool. Mm-hmm. Well, Phil, if I knew you, they wouldn't have picked on you for long. Because I've even had to beat up kids' parents for picking on them.
Parents?
Yeah, even in high school. Yeah. I would go to someone's house to hang out with them for the first time and see that they were being verbally abused or even physically abused, and I wouldn't put up with that shit. I'd put their father through a wall.
My goodness.
Yeah, I don't like my long conversations. I'm just, it's just what everybody should do. No one should be judging anybody for who they are in high school. You don't know who they're going to be after that. You don't know how much trauma or damage that you've done to that person.
Yeah.
If you didn't pick on that person could have been the person that saves your life in the future by giving you a transplant of their own organ.
There you go.
But you picked on them, so they decided to let you die.
Yeah.
You don't know.
I guess that's one of the biggest problems I have with bullies or anybody, yeah, anybody bullying somebody is that they ultimately get in the way of what somebody could be.
You're stifling the potential of that person.
Yeah. And
Instead of
it's also encouraging other people not to um not to be the best version of themselves either, because then they're more concerned about being targeted themselves.
so in my high school, the biggest guy, the toughest guy, the coolest guy, well, supposedly the toughest, coolest, and everything else like that, didn't mean anything to me. Not a damn thing. And he thought he was going to pick on me. That didn't last very long when I broke his jaw. And the next day, his friends wanted to be my friend. I was like, "Get the hell out of here! You are just as bad as him. I will
Yeah.
knock your jaw off too,
Yeah.
because you were following him like puppets. I'm
Right.
not a sheep."
Right. Wouldn't want friends like that anyway.
I'm entertaining Mayo while he does hard work. Well, in that case, you're welcome, Mayo. But no, it's just
Yeah.
I chose a different style of life than everybody that was around me. I didn't want to be like anybody else. I didn't like the shit that the teachers ignored and even parents ignored about
Yeah.
situations that were happening with their own children. I didn't want anybody to feel different or left out like I did. I didn't want anybody to ever feel that. You know how horrible that feels when your own family looks at you like you're the plague? You're and not just one family member, all of them.
Actually, I do.
So you know how I had to do something. I had to.
Yeah.
I have no fear. No fear whatsoever, except for heights. But when it comes to an individual,
Yeah.
I, I hate to say this, but you could be the champion of the UFC, and if I got to fight you, I'm going to fight you. I know I'm going to lose, but I'm not going to back down. I just don't have fear in that. My body will heal. It's already been through enough. What else do I got to lose?
Sorry, man. I'm just listening right now. You're dropping some jewels.
Oh well, I don't mean to. I'm speaking my truth. You know, like how life should be. This is how I see life should be. You know, I see
Yeah.
barriers that are put up for no reason. You made high school. Okay, but Mayo, I'm going to tell you something about that situation because I've seen the situation. I've dealt with the situation myself. I can guarantee you, even if kids weren't picking on you, they were talking behind your back and saying mean things about you, which you probably, if you would have heard, would have probably hurt your feelings. But if you would have had someone like me in your school, and I heard shit that they were saying, they wouldn't have been saying it anymore. Because in my school, that was known as being a teacher's pet. I didn't give a shit if you were a teacher's pet. I gave a shit more about if someone was giving you grief about being a teacher's pet.
Hmm.
I got nothing to gain if a teacher likes you or doesn't like you. Got nothing to lose either. Are you kidding me? Teachers hated my guts.
Yeah, I just thinking about some of the teachers that I had and trying to remember some who I was particularly fond of.
You want to know who liked me as teachers? The teachers I didn't have in my classes. Like even the teachers that I won awards for, and they were prestigious awards. Okay, I won my school 3 years in a row, all of Canada, for the best tasting dish in a competition that was with other schools that were universities and culinary schools and colleges. I was in high school competing with these world class people that are now chefs on television,
Oh wow.
and I was winning. Those teachers liked me not because of who I was. They hated me, but they loved me because I won the school awards, made them look good.
Hmm.
When I needed their backup, where were they?
Ah, right. So,
When when I was done with school, okay, wasn't because I was done graduating. I was done with school because just because I shared a locker with a guy named Mike that threw our lock into a teacher's back car window, and I got blamed for it, and they told me I'd have to spend another year in school because they were going to
what?
take away all my exams that I just wrote and count it as I didn't do it. I was like, I'm too old for school. I'm done. I'm already making money tattooing. What the hell do I need you for? You're not even taking my back when I win you awards. You won't even listen to me because you look at me as someone that is complicated to you because I don't agree with your methods or your life ideas and how I should be. You are not. You're my teacher. You cannot decide who or what I'm going to be or how to act. Your job, only job, is to give me knowledge, and you couldn't even do that right. You just let me down.
That's pretty wild. Keeping you in school for another year.
I signed up for a 7-year high school program. That's right. It's 7 year. Here's the bonus though. Okay. I could either go to high school for 4 years and then take another 4 years of college, or I can go to high school for 7 years total, which knocks off a year of my schooling, and get chef papers and be taught by the world-class people in my country how to cook, do baking, cooking, meat cutting, you name it. The basics and the advanced of all of it by the best people in the country. So I kind of screwed myself with that deal because I was going to become a chef. But that last year, when I was supposed to graduate and get my chef papers, they said no chef papers, no graduation. You got to come back for another year. I'm already too old to be in high school. You think I'm going to stay another year?
No.
And I'm already making at that time $1,000 a month, which was a lot of money. I don't think so.
Gosh. So they basically screwed you over then.
Yeah. And like, you know, what did you do for me? What did you actually teach me? Because everything I learned in high school, I already knew from grade school, and the only thing that ever did any good for me is mathematics. Everything else didn't matter. Everything else was life experience from trial and error. All this knowledge that school taught me, it didn't matter to the real world. No, I don't think so. But I think we're gonna get off in about 10 minutes.
Yes.
I talk too much.
Well, I was I have to be honest, I was wondering myself because usually there's a time limit on these, but I think we're getting into so much stuff on this stream, and it's important to get it all out, I think.
Well, if I can send a message to anybody, it's always be yourself. Always respect people that respect you.
Yeah.
Everything in life doesn't matter. Only certain things matter. Pick and choose what really matters to you.
Well, as the saying goes, be yourself because everyone else is taken.
That's right. That's a good saying. And my favorite saying, I forget who said it, but it's always going to be this. For those who understand, no explanation is necessary. For those who don't, no explanation will suffice.
Mm, I like that one.
Yeah, I wore holes in that T-shirt when I got it. I was so proud of it. I wore it till it was pretty much a rag. Even when you couldn't read half the thing, and people were asking, "What's your shirt say?" Oh, it doesn't say that. Well, I can't see the words. Well, that's what it used to say. I don't care.
Well, I think, well, if it's available, you should get yourself another one, and if it doesn't exist, make one.
It's already etched into my soul. You know,
All right.
it's like this: wasting your time trying to help somebody that doesn't want to help themselves is just going to burn you out, hurt your feelings, and make you feel like shit. So you got to pick and choose what you do. If
Yes.
you continue to do this, you're always going to be down. If you look past it and forgive yourself for not sticking to it, then you'll be in a better place and you can move on.
Yeah. Now it's usually a harder route to take to to be yourself because there's so much pressure to conform and to mold yourself to somebody else's image, but it pays off in the long run, I think.
It does. It does pay off. You can't save the world. The only thing you can do is maybe save someone.
Yeah.
And if you could choose anybody, save yourself. I know it sounds selfish, but saving yourself will help you save other people in the end.
Mm. Mayor makes a very good point. Trying to save somebody who doesn't want to help themselves, or our dad probably doesn't want your help. That's a recipe for disaster.
Well, there's narcissistic people out there that claim that they are in dire needs, but really aren't, and basically ask everybody for help, but then deny them. That's their issue, not mine.
Well, I realize that probably the best thing you can do for some people is not help them, ironically.
Yeah. Well, that's the best thing for them. If you meet someone that's a narcissist, and unfortunately we have a lot of narcissists
Oh,
in
yeah.
this world uh, than we ever have before, because everybody has been told that they deserve their 15 minutes of fame. Your 15 minutes of fame isn't decided by you. It never has been, never will be. So thinking that you deserve 15 minutes of fame turns people into narcissists. That's just my opinion.
Well, I say you don't get to decide when it happens.
No. And if you let it change you, then you lose yourself forever, anyways.
Yeah,
And the odds are, is if you lose yourself, you'll lose them as well.
that's a good point. Just saying hello to Odelay, aka Zero Delay. How you doing?
Odele, Odele. And Alexandra's here. I didn't even see Alexandra here. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Alexandra. You know me. I'm in this in one of these moods. It always happens when I talk to Silent because he's got such great things to teach me as like I say something and he'll say something and he teaches me shit and I love it.
Hey, I guess I bring out this side of some people, but I'm doing more listening tonight. I think Never2Old is dropping some gems tonight, and I think this is really important stuff for people to hear. And you may have noticed in the chat, people are chiming in with some of their experiences and thoughts as well.
If I could see the chat, I would be responding, guys. I literally cannot. This platform doesn't let me see the chat. I can only see the bold letters. I got my glasses on, but I still can't see it. It's so tiny. So I apologize. If you want to privately message me, you know where I'm at.
Oh yes. Well, is it advised for people to join the Discord if they want to get in touch?
Oh yeah, anybody can join my Discord. It's open. I just don't put up with bullshit.
All right.
You also know that, right?
I
I will
think
delete your messages if you start hating on people in my Discord.
well, hopefully people get the message now if they haven't already. And yeah, before I forget, hello Alexandria. I did put your messages up earlier, but I wanted to say hello myself. Um, and yeah, thank you all for listening or joining in tonight.
Just thank you guys all, period, for everything that you guys done. I can't thank you guys enough for all the connections I made with you guys. And again, I can never ever repay any of you guys, even if you're only in my room and that's the only communication we get.
Yeah,
You don't understand how much that means to me.
absolutely, man. Absolutely. It really does make a world of difference. Even something as simple as seeing a message in the comment section or in the chat. To me, anyway. I'm not
Yeah.
sure about Never2Old.
Well, everything, especially in this community with all you people that watch, even though I get in these ranting moods and say what I want to say, it really is because of experience that I'm going through in the real world as well, right? Like it has nothing to do really with what's going on in this community. It's what I see in the world that just frustrates me and angers me because the world could be so much better if we really wanted it to be.
Yeah.
But it's out of my control. It's out of your control. But you can do something as an individual.
Mm,
Always you can do something.
absolutely.
If you're bullying somebody and you know you're bullying somebody, maybe you can stop. If you're hating on somebody and you have all these reasons why, maybe you can just forgive that person and ignore them. I'm not telling you to be friends with them, because one of the best lessons I've learned in life is if I drop somebody and it makes my life better, I'm not going to bring them back.
Yeah.
It's called a toxic person. We all have them. They could be loved by everybody, but if they're toxic to you, that means that they're taking from you,
Yeah.
and they shouldn't be able to take from you. Surround yourself with people that make you feel good, make you feel worthy of this life that you've been given, and you will succeed. That is the best riches you could ever get in life. Exactly, emotional
Yeah.
vampires.
Well, to add to what you're saying, and I would say this to just about anybody, don't let the idea that somebody is liked or loved by so many other people dissuade you from the idea that this person may be toxic to you.
Yeah.
Because if it was the case, there'd be no such thing as, for example, allergies to certain foods or certain materials.
If a lion and tiger meet in the jungle, are they best friends? Hell no. They're toxic to each other. They may have to live in the same neighborhood, but guess what? They sure don't have to be friends.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I don't ever think I've seen a lion and a tiger in the same environment.
Hell no, they'll kill each other. And they're from the same breed of animal. It's like fish, man. Do you think a piranha cares that you're a guppy? No,
Mm-mm. No,
they'll fish.
food is food.
We were designed that we like things and don't like things, but don't let your hate or love for something ruin who you are or ruin somebody else for what they like or love.
There you go.
That's all.
Exactly. Exactly. And on that note, I think we should call it a night.
Yep. And let me just say thank you, Silent, for everything that you do. Thank you for being my emotional support buddy, because you pretty much are. And thank you, everybody that I have met throughout these years, because you have sure changed my life and my thinking. So Without you guys, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now.
Yeah, that's awesome, and I want to thank you for joining me on this stream. I appreciate you giving me, enough trust to open up like this, and I'm honored to be your emotional support buddy. I will say that.
Didn't mean to put you on the spot there.
That's okay. That's all right. And yeah, I want to thank everybody who has joined in the comments. I appreciate you guys watching and listening, and giving us some of your thoughts as well. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say. Any final thoughts, Never2Old?
Stay awesome, everybody.
Excellent. I completely agree with that sentiment. So until the next time, this has been Silent Mode. You may remember him as a maker, artist, and Lego enthusiast. And this is Never2Old for bricks, not Never2Old for Lego this time.
Saying?
Yeah.
What am I saying?
Keep playing.
There you go. Bye, everybody.
Good night, folks.